Greetings, Ani Bojo Kwe Kwe. It's Catherine here from Moonstarlodge in Central Ontario, and I'm bringing you the weekly YouTube video covering the period of January 30th to February the 5th, 2023. And this week I'm bringing to you, I'm trying to think of all the things I need to say, and I should very well start with, if you're new to this station, welcome. If you are coming back to our channel, it's really not a station, welcome back. And this Indigenous perspective for divination and cards is something I have been doing since 1974. I'm a shamanic practitioner and have run Moonstarlodge with my husband Brian for this is our 41st year. All right. I am using this week the Naked Heart Tarot, which is this one by Jillian C. Wilde. I'm using the Antiquities of Magic Oracle by Jillian as clarifying cards. In addition to the large pack, it's the Antiquities of Magic astrological deck. And finally, the Mystic Woodlands playing cards as they relate to tarot positions. So again, an additional clarifying card. So as I have mentioned, as we've progressed through 2023, we have entered now the second moon cycle. We're well into it. We're just about at the full moon. And the second moon cycle is Wisdom Keeper. We did so on January 21st, and full moon is February 5th. I mentioned last week about Imbolc, the timing of the ewes birthing and the midwinter being very close to full moon. So it's an important manifestation time. Wisdom Keeper is the protectress of sacred traditions, the keeper of stone libraries and earth history, the guardian of the remembering and the art of memory, the mother of friendship, planetary unity, and mutual understanding. So for me, and I don't like to get personal in these readings very often, but this was a very, very difficult week for me. I had to disavow a sacred tradition, 36 years of my hair. I took that vow in 1987 when I did my Medewawan and shamanic training, and I hadn't cut my hair, but health issues and medication have damaged it, and I had it cut, and it's a turning of the wheel. It's a new set of traditions, and there's the yin and the yang and the good and the bad with everything, but I've struggled with this decision for a long time. Because of the rheumatoid arthritis, my husband has to help me with simple things like showers, and it was making it unsafe for me to stand there and wash my hair. So it's gone, and I have my braid, and we will honor that braid in a releasing tradition when our child, and Jenny, comes home from Trent University, and we will plan a ceremony with the community because it's our strength and it's our wisdom, and I'm putting that 36 years to bed, so to speak, back to Turtle Mother Earth. The other thing that was very difficult this week in my wisdom walk, this is relating this back to Wisdom Keeper. I approach my birthday in just about a month, and I celebrate my birthday all month, and I'm a silly goof, and I have fun with my birthday. But in my numerological tarot attribution this year, I am it's the year of the Hanged One, or the Hanged Man. So I am stepping back and observing from a new perspective and possibly sacrificing something. So when I got this numerological number for, and card, major arcanum card, for this year, I realized there was some sacrifice I had to make in order to progress in my wisdom walk. So the other thing that happened simultaneously this week is the complete releasing of tens of thousands of dollars worth of yarns that I have collected for, again, 40 years since I was in university. Excuse me. And when I taught yarn work and stuff for 11 years, textile making in community college, and also stuff I have been using myself in my studio. So that was very difficult. It was difficult on Brian. It was emotionally and physically difficult on me, but it's, again, a statement of we're moving away. The studio is shut as a public space other than for teaching. So I'm moving back in my wisdom walk to a place of being the teacher and the mentor rather than the practitioner. And so this has been quite the journey. So the naked heart, the heart has to be torn wide open for us to feel the feelings we need to feel and to release that which has not served. And this week mine has been torn wide open. So the naked heart it is, and I suggest, Brian, we go to the cards. So I was relieved to see that this is quite a beautiful week. Here are the 7 tarot cards. Here are the 7 clarifiers from the Antiquities of Magic. Another card came up on the bottom, which isn't probably visible, but it's the naked heart. And then I have the 2 astrological cards, and I'm going to ask Brian to douse about that later. So, and I was told I had to pull a card for Pam G., one of our loyal supporters, and I don't normally do this, but I am going to do this. Anyway, we start with the 7 of Swords. Unfortunately, we attribute raccoons with theft, but they're very, very adept, if you will. They are the forest MacGyvers. They know how to do things to both protect themselves and not be vulnerable to attack. What this is saying is this is a card of strategizing. We need to be strategic and start out the week from a place of casting light. Here's the clarifier. We need to illuminate something, but keep, as they say, our cards, or in this case our swords, close to our chest. Whatever we are doing collectively and individually, we don't discuss this with others. So you're making a strategy that throws light on a situation where you're moving forward. This is a solo journey. Why? Because we have the Spirit of Pentacles. This buffalo here is the same as the King of Pentacles. And so here we are in this place of we've got it all. What you're strategizing for and casting illumination on is your prosperity and your legacy and all that you do in this 3rd dimension, your job, your work, your home, your family. You've got all the attributes here of the King by being strategic and stealthy and walking, so they say, as a lone wolf. This is clarified by birds, and birds with a scroll here being messages, but also, in this case, happiness. This is good news. So there is good news in this journey that brings you to this epitome of goodness in your 3rd dimensional life. We have further illumination from the star. This is hopes and dreams. And hopes and dreams here is clarified by mountain. In a normal, if this was a Lenormand, you may be gasping and going, oh no, it means obstacles. But that's not what this means here. Mountain is a huge legacy. Wisdom keeper is the keeper of the stone people. The thing which is the place, these are places of worship. These contain caves and the idea of the womb and creation, and everything that has ever been created on this planet is documented in the mountains. So while there may be an appearance of obstacles, you have star and you have all this good luck and strategizing and attributes to fly over and make your journey different than what you think it might be. There is no hugeness. The hugeness is all in your mind. It's going to be fine. Justice comes of something that's happening this week for all of us. There is a balancing of this proverbial scale and a clarity. The sword here isn't just the fulcrum upon which these scales balance. It's also the attribute of air and justice and the swift, clean movement of justice. As this week goes by, there's an acceleration, and we'll talk about this. We have the card for Lion, which is Leo, which is August, but it's also, if you remember on an RWS, it's the card of strength. So with justice comes strength. And that's interesting to me because in decks, justice and in RWS anyway, justice and strength are often reversed as 8 and 11. But that doesn't matter. It's the balance between the two that's important. Moving along, later in the week, you will see that we have the 8 of Wands, which is a hit the ground running kind of fast movement. Things accelerate. What you've been stealthy and intellectual about, planning, working through, getting your hopes and dreams, establishing with strength the justice of the situation. The gazelle here, I guess that's a gazelle, is suggesting things speed up. Now, the bench is an interesting clarifier here. It's a time of an awareness and just taking moments to sit with yourself, by yourself. It's got 2 little footprints here. You're leaving your footprints in a place where you've sat with something. So know that you don't have to go so fast that you can't stop and sit with the thoughts and the things you are creating. We come with the 9 of Cups. So this is perfect happiness and harmony, and you've got it all at an individual in an individual way. The 10 of Cups is a family scene card in most decks, many decks, but it's clarified here by Castle. So things become right at home. This suggests it, and this is like the stamp. You are good within your home, and you are good within yourself. If you think of Jungian archetypes, the home is also the self. So you feel right, justice is done, you have the strength, you have the intellect, you have all the knowledge here, and it becomes a feeling much better. It's possibly because we will have moved through, Imbolc at this point. You will be feeling a little more grounded and feeling at home in your life. And the last one here, the last tarot card, is the 10 of Pentacles. So, just how much better can this get? Clarified by Lily. Lily is passion, maturity, it's goodness, it's a sign from Spirit. I often get little children coming forward in spirit, carrying flowers and handing them to people. And it's not always somebody's deceased children, it's children in general, the spirit of innocence and beauty. But this is a card of maturity and passion and an evolution. The card that came up is the Naked Heart. And the Naked Heart is about sacred fulfillment, coming home to the self. Now this fell out of the deck as I pulled the last card with the Ten of Pentacles here. And it's a major arcanum card in this deck, but it's not normally in other decks. It's a beautiful card. And if there's ever a synchronistic message from Spirit that we are coming home to our heart, this speaks to me very personally. Just take that and own that as it speaks to your life. Now, dearest partner, can you tell me if the Pisces card, can you douse? I want your clarification. Stick your little rods over here. Oh, that could be taken the wrong way. Stick your rods over here. Is Pisces March 2023 or 24?
23.
23. So Taurus is also 2023?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. That's like Carol Merrill turning the doors there on The Price is Right. Okay. So what all of this is doing is coming to bear fruit, coming to be fulfilled, bearing fruit, coming to fruition is what I was trying to say, in March. So March starts February 20th, or Pisces, I should say, February 20th, and runs until about the same time in March. So it's interesting because the new moon of Aquarius is February 20th. So the new moon actually of Ways the Truth and Aquarius come in on the same, within 24 hours of each other. So we are fulfilling an incredible destiny, and air and intellect are very important. So that's been shown to us here. What we manifest comes to fruition in Taurus, which is in May. So that's sort of the end of April into the end of May. So it is very fast. This is the card for Pam Gaw, and it's the Ten of Wands. Pam, this says to me that you have some kind of enterprise that's coming to a fruition, and you can lay down your burden, you can let it go and move on. Something very exciting is coming. Aho. You can flip the camera, Brian. This is an incredible reading, and I almost don't have the words. When you're working with Spirit and right-brained, it's very hard to speak, and this just, it choked me up, but it also made me realize just how fantastic life is and how we must face our windmills like Don Quixote sometime and soldier on. Anyway, miigwech, Niaoen, please give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe, send me a coffee. I almost couldn't get through that without my coffee. See you soon. Aho.